Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to 5 terrifying close calls caught on camera. Now, most of us, live relatively boring lives in the sense that, we have a job, maybe we work in an office, we head to the office, we come home, maybe we go on vacation once a year or twice a year, whatever. We don't live in an area where there might be like an avalanche that happens, quite regularly, like a massive, some kind of environmental issue. Obviously, we know that there's been recently a situation with Hurricane Helene, but, most people don't live in an area where, some kind of massively close call is going to happen to them. So when we get to watch it happen on video, it's kind of like the closest we get to it. And obviously, you don't want to be in that situation, but just imagine, the adrenaline like the people must have been going through when they just narrowly get away with this.
Terrifying close calls happen all the time.
Look at the size of that
often
rock.
When nobody is around to witness.
Oh my word.
Sometimes, though, somebody is filming at just the right moment to capture something incredible on film. From a massive sinkhole opening up in the middle of a busy intersection to a powerful and fierce tornado tearing through a crowded Chinese city, here are 5 terrifying close calls that were caught on camera.
Let's go.
The northeast region of India is a place full of beautiful and diverse landscapes. Here, you will find everything from towering mountains to snowy wilderness. With this diversity comes a lot of different natural disasters. But perhaps one of the most devastating that plagues the region are rockfalls. Rockfalls are pretty much exactly what they sound like. It's like a landslide, but instead of land, it's giant boulders that come crashing down. On July 25th, 2021, a man in the Batsari village captured one of these rockfalls on film. The video starts off as soon as the rockfall begins. At the top of the mountain, you can see dust and debris. It's hard to make out exactly what is going on. A little while later, the rocks come tumbling down the hill, destroying everything in their path.
Man, if one of those, even the small ones, if that lands on your head, good night, sweet prince. Oh my God. They're hitting the cars. Oh my word. Mate, a lot of those cars are going to get wrecked. Ooh. They're still coming. The rocks are still... Oh, the bridge! Oh my God, the bridge just got taken out by one rock. Wild.
The man filming the video said that once he realized what was happening, he knew he needed to take cover. He retreated further back into a building, but even this may not have been enough. Rock after rock came crashing down, each one a bit closer than the last. The highlight of the video actually happens right at the end, when we see one of the boulders come crashing down right on top of an iron bridge, sending it crumbling into the river below.
Boom!
While everybody in this video was uninjured, the same can't be said for a few others in the small town. 9 people sadly lost their lives during this event.
Oh no! My God, if that was an iron bridge and that rock, one rock took it out, yeah, you'd stand no chance if that hit you. That was crazy. You know that some of them were probably tempted to get their cars, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
When you think of sinkholes, one place that probably doesn't come to mind is Japan. The country isn't necessarily known for them, but when this massive one opened up right in the middle of a busy intersection, it had locals very alarmed.
That is an enormous sinkhole. Is that even still classified as a sinkhole?
The sinkhole opened up on November 8th, 2016. just after 5 a.m. local time in the city of Fukuoka. Thankfully, it opened slowly, allowing people to evacuate the area before it all caved in.
Why was it so hollow underneath? Like, where's all the material? Where's all the earth, the soil?
Officials in Japan have stated that the cause of this 30 by 27 meter sinkhole was construction work on an underground line. For this to happen in the middle of a busy city intersection, it surely is a cause for concern.
That's poor planning.
Locals were worried that other sinkholes would open in other parts of the city, perhaps with less warning. Thankfully, this seems to have been an isolated incident. What was perhaps even more impressive than the sinkhole was the time it took to fix it. Crews worked around the clock to repair the broken pipes and fill in the hole. About 1 week later, the road was opened back up for traffic. Given the size of the sinkhole and the repairs needed, this was a rather impressive feat of Japanese work ethic.
Definitely.
In the end, nobody was injured in this disaster.
Very impressive that they were able to get it back up to, up to standard and fixed within a week. But still, like, underground construction, wouldn't they have calculated how much distance they should leave before, the danger of it sinking would occur? I would have thought they would have thought of that.
Base jumping is a sport that very few people are able to experience. For starters, you typically need to complete at least 200 skydives before being allowed to jump. And on top of that, it's pretty damn terrifying. There is a real danger to the sport that isn't present with skydiving. If base jumping in a city, you have other buildings to watch out for, while also having far less time to open your parachute. In September of 2014, a group of people went to the top of the Menara Kuala Lumpur Tower in Malaysia to go jumping. It was a sunny day and spirits were high, but that was all about to change. One woman, Annette O'Neill, filmed her jump with a helmet-mounted camera, and things quickly took a turn for the worse. As soon as she opened her parachute, it twisted and tangled so bad that the steering handles were not accessible, forcing her to reach beyond them to try and control her parachute, all while falling towards the earth.
Hell no.
Hey, Brit, do you know any good jokes?
Yeah, I do. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Woo!
Woohoo!
Wow, look at that view. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is fear. You gotta stay calm. I'd be Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my word. That would be the last time I base jump. Oh, forget it. Forget it. My goodness me.
Miraculously, Annette managed to land safely on a street below, suffering no injuries. She later went on to say how she had done this jump 100 times before with no issues, and that this incident demonstrates how dangerous even one detail going wrong can be.
Oh, man, the way she was just whooping at the end like nothing happened. Man, I would be like... I suppose she's super experienced, so of course.
If you're at all familiar with this channel, then you know just how dangerous and terrifying tornadoes can be. They are one of the most unbelievable forces of nature, and as these people in China learned, one of the most destructive. Far up in northern China lies the city of Kaiyuan. With a population of over 600,000 people, this definitely is not one of China's largest cities, but it's far from small. On July 3rd, 2019, the city was abruptly hit with a powerful tornado that damaged over 4,000 homes.
Wow,
Footage
4,000.
captured by locals shows the tornado as it tore through the city, flipping cars and destroying property. We have shown many tornadoes on this channel. But this may be the first one featured that hit right in the middle of a densely populated city.
Yeah, that's crazy, to be fair. 4,000 homes. Wow, look at that. Wow, this is a proper intense tornado as well. Look at all the debris flying. Oh my god. This is insane. Crazy. Oh my god, look at the amount of debris. So much damage. Look at all the windows damaged.
The tornado started around 5:15 p.m. local time and only lasted about 15 minutes.
15
Many
minutes.
residents were caught off guard because the tornado formed rather fast, as they tend to do. The storm destroyed 250 acres of crops and thousands of homes. 200 people had to be rescued, while another 1,600 were evacuated. China as a country isn't really known to experience many tornadoes. They get between 10 and 100 each year, but they're not often severe, making this not only a devastating event for the city, but a rather rare one.
Yeah, because I thought tornadoes usually happened on really flat areas of land, like super flat. That's why, you know, Tornado Alley, like a lot of the, it's like farm, a lot of like just very flat areas. This place was full of buildings and stuff. I wouldn't have thought those would be the right conditions for a tornado.
Along the western coast of Portugal lies the small town of Nazare. Nazare is a popular tourist destination for many reasons. It has great weather and pristine beaches. But the main reason many people travel here every year is that it is also home to the largest waves found anywhere on Earth. Thanks to the underwater Nazare Canyon, this town is home to not only record-breaking waves, but also many surfing records. Up until about 10 years ago, this small community was unknown to even the most prominent big wave surfers. That all changed when a 52-year-old man was tipped off by locals, and the rest is history.
Wow,
One look
that.
at the size of the waves is enough to make you wonder why anybody would go near these waters, but they do. When you're dealing with waves of this magnitude, things are bound to go wrong from time to time. And that's exactly the situation professional surfer Thiago Jacare found himself in. Video filmed in December of 2018 shows Jacare as he rides one of the waves. Suddenly, he hits a bump in the water and falls off. From here, it only gets worse. Jacare is only able to reach the surface in time for a short breath before the next wave comes crashing down. His teammate, surfer David Langer, is unable to rescue him because he is located right in the impact zone. After 5 monster waves crash into him, he is finally rescued and brought to shore.
Oh no, there he goes.
That's a wipeout.
And now he's stuck.
It's not Tapia, it's the guy that's with Langer. Oh, he's gonna take this one on the head.
Oh my god, this is a huge wave, man. Man, somebody try and get him. Oh my god.
Oh, and there's another one.
God. It's so
And
big.
Langer, we're not gonna make it there in time.
It's so huge.
Where is he? Can you see him?
There he is, on the right.
Oh, he's there.
At least they seem to be
there's
pushing him to
another
shore.
one.
They're pushing him closer to shore. Get him, get him, get him. There we go.
He's
Oh
completely...
no, he's going to get caught up too.
Sebastian got him.
Man. Oh, wow. This is it. This is the risk, you know? This is the risk. Is he okay? Just these days, yeah. Oh, man. It's not doing too good.
In total, Jacare was at the mercy of the ocean for nearly 2 whole minutes. One look at the ferocity of the waves makes you wonder how he survived. But he did, albeit while quite exhausted. With each wave that passes, he gets sucked underwater, barely able to resurface to breathe before the next one comes crashing down. Seeing videos like this makes you wonder if people die here all the time, but they don't. In fact, nobody has ever died while surfing at Nazare, which, if you...
Nice. I mean, I suspect it's because they have people watching constantly. So if anyone comes off their board, they can quickly get out there with the help of the jet ski. Like, yeah, I think there's people watching all the time.
Ask me, is quite impressive. Thankfully, Jacare escaped this dangerous situation uninjured. Terrifying close calls happen all the time. Whether it be luck or good timing, the people in this video were able to escape these situations alive with quite an unreal story to tell. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, then be sure to...
Great video. Man, like, all of those were very intense, but the one that really sticks in my mind is probably the base jumper. You know, the parachute getting twisted up and tangled. Like, she was able to untangle it. I think that's what allowed her to deaccelerate enough so that when she landed on the ground, you know, she could land on her feet. Like, if she wasn't able to untwist that thing, the speed, it would have been splat. That's all she wrote. And it was the fact that she was so, like, she was just in a pure, like, woo. She's like, yeah. I was like, what? You know, you literally came this close to tapping out. Like, you know, I suppose this is the thing. If you're an adrenaline junkie, like, you've done it so much that you're kind of desensitized to a lot of the things that would make you or I completely, you know, no thanks. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy my videos, please help me out by liking and subscribing.